The hell? Okay, maybe that was a bad idea. Yeah. Yeah, I should have paused it. I didn't realize I was moving. Why am I looking at a book? What happened to my arm? Tuning away for 2 minutes just to set up something. I've broken my arm already. How fancy is that? Ugh. I wish my mic quality was clear. What is this?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
I mean, do you expect me to just turn around and read that?
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Okay. Oh. Interesting. Okay, instead of being able to run with that, I cannot run, or it won't let me run yet.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Sounds like Beauty and the Beast. Ooh, I like that.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I'm gonna pay my bills, put them away.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
What was the other one's name? Milton? I was gonna say it was Milton. Oh. Why did I not just think of that? Yeah, let's just... Does this have HDR? I assume it does.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
How old am I now? Am I like... Wait, am I wearing a ring around my neck? Is it my ring, or is it my mother's ring?
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. Am I Edith or is my mother Edith? I hate being given split pathways because I never know if one's gonna lead me the right way or if one's gonna lead me to extra stuff. Um... Um... Oh, I didn't even realize it was a family tree. Oh, okay, I am Edith. Okay. Um... Sam, Calvin, Barbara, Molly, Walter, Gregory, Gus, Dawn, Milton. So did Milton actually die? Or is he still missing? I assume he's still missing. Okay, so it's sometime after the year 2010. I'm 11 years older than Lewis. I'm terrible at hints. I've been playing a lot of The Witness, so it's been silence. And I'm not even fully listening to the story here. I'm not smart.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Dear God. I feel like I'm playing Bad
The house
Neighbor.
was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It looks like the house from that Bad Neighbor video game, or God, I've already forgotten what it's called. It's Milton's favorite basketball hoop. Or maybe it's Lewis's, I don't know. Here, Rogue. They're all over the place. Jesus Christ. So many posters. Wait a minute. Should I really be able to see my stomach that well? Am I pregnant? I'm feeling a bit cautious about that now. Because I don't feel as if, as a female character, I should be able to see my stomach that well. But it's definitely possible.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was
What?
6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
It killed my heart. What? Okay. I'll just take it as the... Dear God, really?
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay, so I'm 17. Okay, so I'm currently 7. That's a worrying thought if I'm 17. Oh, this tree. Dear God, yeah, that's a tree. Oh. Anytime you see me zoom, I'm just trying to run, because that's what the witness is. It's just the sprint button. We had somebody with a wheelchair, I could see that. That doesn't look familiar. Ooh. Puzzles.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Statue. I'm highly intrigued now because I see a puzzle screen up there.
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Gary's potting mix. Plus fertilizer with Micromax.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Well, we had somebody with, do I have a rug? Is it on the lamp? Is there a spot where we hide a key? Or is it not meant for the front door? Watch it be like it unlocks the friggin'... It unlocks the truck down there. Time to leave. Oh, I didn't even think about it. It's the side door, isn't it? Oh, hell no. Okay, that's
Crawling
funny.
through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
That's funny.
power had been turned off the night we left.
Why? Is it so we can't... Is it so we're not charged for it, or... Pleasures of Japanese cooking. I mean, I don't see any problem with this much potting mix, seeing as how big the house actually is. Got a slight problem with the packing peanuts, I guess. Oh my god, the tennis ball contraption. How useful.
For the first time in years.
January 2010. Dawn, Edie, Lewis, Milton, Edith. Edie doesn't have a branch. Edie's just out in the open. Dawn, Edie, Lewis, Milton. Dawn's gotta be my mother, I would presume. Edie's gotta be like an uncle, perhaps? That's almost 100 right there. At least 80 or 90. Dear God, who's Gregory? Okay, I'm not focusing on the game. I'm focusing more on the book. It's... I don't know how... No, that calendar's definitely old.
I felt like I was home.
Ah, yes. My favorite wine. The orange tabby.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Okay, so... I'm trying to get a grasp. Dawn's gotta be my... son of Dawn, great-grandson to Edie. Okay, so yeah. Edie is my grandmother. Dawn is my mother. That's me. And Lewis is my brother. Interesting. Jesus, what did he make it to? Like 20 or 30? I'm not doing math that quickly. Ah, yes. The usual just copy and pasting of books. Whoa. That's a lot of canned fish. 6 cups sliced. Oh, it's apple pie.
Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Wait. Yep, there it is. Molly. Okay, Molly's in the bottom left. Molly's the cat. Could those all be pets of that bottom left branch? Or is it a mix? Oh, is that what it is? Could Odin be like Edie's husband or something like that? Seems believable. Molly lived for 10 years. Long-lived cat.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Pleasures of Japanese cooking. Holy, we got a lot of books. Holy. Whoa. Oh my god. How many copies do we own of The Pleasures of Japanese Cooking? Oh my god.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Too many teeth. What? The Book of Sand? I was looking for The Pleasures of Japanese
The
Cooking,
table
but
was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
yeah, I'm confused. What the hell did we do? Is that even us? Is that even the same kids? I see a boat. Hmm. I was on a boat in the beginning. Whatever happened to that? Oh, there's Grandma's chair. Imperial Palace.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Well, that doesn't sound like it's making a very good turn. Ooh, an iPod. Fantastic. Cat bed. More book. Oh my god, more books.
Even the
Legendary.
fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
What? Whoa! That was cool. It just went up the fair. Dawn Finch living room. I like that table. I know a lot of people who would want that table.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Hmm. Whoa. Okay, so... Oh, Sven doesn't even have a number. Sven's just a leaf. Interesting.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Hmm.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What the hell is this? That's an extremely special door. That's a lot of books.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What? Whoa, that's already looking trippy. The cat's room?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Okay, never mind. Molly's not a cat. Molly was a child. Interesting. Why did she seal up the doors? The peepholes. Wait a minute. If those are peepholes, what about this one?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Oh. Extremely interesting. What remains of Edith Finch? What remains of me? Oh. Interesting.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Who specifically was Barbara?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Homeschooling books. Lots of books. Oh, lots of wine. Hell yeah. Whoa.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Edie's father, Odin. Okay.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Okay. So that's 16. Ouch. Sven and Edie. Sven Hofstad Finch. Edie. So it's gotta be a guarantee that they were. Maybe.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Calvin and Sam?
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Oh. I suppose that's Calvin on the left. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Why is Gregory's room all pink and a bathroom? One room left to go, I guess.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Uncle Walter.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
"20,000 Leagues Under the Sea."
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
What the hell?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Whoa. Fish.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Yeah, and totally not the signature. At his age, he's got better cursive than me.
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Oh, about the owl mask.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Huh. Nice. Alley's all over the place.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh no. No, 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 no. Tell me there's a candy bar. Tell me there's a candy bar. Oh dear.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh no. No.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, okay, thank God. I was gonna be highly upset if this took a morbid turn. Oh.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Hello, Christopher. How you doing?
I kept eating and eating.
Oh no. Can't have toothpaste. Oh.
I ate a lot of things that night.
That's trippy.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Whoa!
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Oh no.
I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Whoa. What? What?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Christmas presents. It's Christmas time. That, let's say that made sense.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Whoa.
The babies were all gone.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was scared of that.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
This is awesome.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
This is
A
awesome.
mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
This is... What am I doing?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I'm an eel? Or am I an octopus?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
I'm like an octopus or something.
I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Hmm. Oh. That's settling.
I got closer and closer.
Wait, what? Oh. It's the fish or it's the gerbil. No? Oh.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
I heard a cat.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Birds. Rob. Oh, Rob the lizard. Lurpy the cockatoo. Purpley the cockatiel. Perpy or Perpy. Another bird. Oh. Zerpy. Zerpy the owl. Oh. Derpy I'm taking a screenshot of that. That's funny. Burpy. Bob. Bob the snake. Name's covered. Derpy.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Molly. Barbara. Calvin. Sam. Walter. Dawn. Gus. Louis. Gregory. Milton. Edith.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin. Isn't that convenient?
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Molly Concepts, mural sketches, Barber Concepts. Built 1937, Sven Finch. There's a bigger one of him. Another small one holding a... Is that Bashful? I don't remember. Really liked Bashful. Or was that Sneezy?
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh my god.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Oh, that's what she meant.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Oh. A little too furry. Dear God.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Wow.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Of course. It's a camera room. Milton. Calvin and Sam's room. Smaller than the picture, than the people showed.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Calendar's not even changed from 1961.
And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh. Well, here we go, another story.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Are they really bright? Oh, it's an analog stick.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh dear.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Is that legit what happened, or is that... Ugh, I don't like the feeling of that. Made me feel uncomfortable.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Edie did? Hmm. Good God. Oh, they're fake books. What the hell? I'm more being pushed forward rather than just puzzles. Or maybe that's just...
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Or maybe that's just what I'm getting into. Oh, well, I got a shortcut. Whoa. Dude, Milton's been all over the place. Wait a minute. Did Milton
Growing
come
up,
back here?
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Interesting. Oh, of course you can't look back through. Wrong button. It's only 2 o'clock. I need a drink. There's that strawberry flavor. My friend Bigfoot. Introducing Barbara Finch. Also starring Bill Bunton as Bigfoot. A Pigtail Pictures production. Extremely interesting.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Oh.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick
Oh.
hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Really? Oh, wait. What?
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt it like that, but finish all the stories, look at all peepholes and telescopes long enough to hear Edith's commentary. Telescopes. Take both paths to the house. Catch 2 rabbits with only 2 swoops. Oh, well, that's not happening again. Let the drunken sailor finish his song. Knock all the letters of Gregory's name into the bathtub. See Johan's name in the ending credits. Play Calvin's story again. Interesting. Oh, but the one I did, clear all walls off the pool table.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Oh my god.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Um, Okay, so I can't... I mean, am I able to replay stuff? Oh, how old is that? Yeah, seems like her kind of room. Oh my god, it's a pink cat. Okay, so I'm looking for telescopes.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I'm gonna re-enter. Okay, Calvin. So, am I actually possible?
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Hmm. The only thing I can think of is that it would want me to replay the story. Only thing only thing I can think of is that it would want me to replay the story, and don't see that happening right this second. I'd probably have to restart the game in order to do them again. That took a second to load. Oh, I can't go
I
back
wonder
to
if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
Oh my god, it's gotta be on a timer, because otherwise she wouldn't be monologuing. Otherwise she wouldn't be repeating, or she wouldn't be saying these things already if I were in this room. She'd be saying it more like right when I got there. Why does Milton have all these drawings all over the place? Now I'm interested. Now I'm slightly interested.
Maybe I should go check out that music box down by the basement.
Okay, well now I know what it's doing. Game's making the assumption that I'm taking way too long. Game.
If I keep winding the music box, maybe a key will pop out like it did in the comic book.
Oh my god. Oh, I can't even go that way. Okay, well I guess we're going to the music box. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep saying it over and over again until I finally do it. remarkable.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Uh-huh.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
God. Wait, was I wearing a ring?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Alvin knows.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
She's got her own survival bunker.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
No. Is it really that likely that he was just down here the whole time? Oh my God. Oh. I'm guessing he was so terrified that he just... I'm guessing he was so terrified that Edie helped him stay down here?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Jesus Christ.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
I didn't look at what year it was, or unless it's just been 4 days. Was there anything to this? No, I don't think so.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
How old am I and what's going on here? The character that... When I played as Molly and now I'm playing as him and like Spotty.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Oh, I can't go that way.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Jesus Christ, is that
Walter
how
died
he
when I
went?
was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Did he really break out and get hit by a train?
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
No, don't stand up. Oh my god.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Oh my god, that's what I missed. It's his trash pile. I mean,
Trying to
how?
bury something that's still alive.
Edie supplied him well, Jesus Christ.
Now that there's
Outside.
only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
I am pregnant.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
If that's truly the case, that's likely
I think
why.
we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
If that's the case,
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Because that's probably why I can't run then.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Dear God. Lucy, Derpy, Derpy Jr., Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy, Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Rabbit, Fish, Anonymous, Anonymous. Oh my God. Christopher, Shadow, Shotzi, Oliver, Bob, Bailey, Anonymous, I guess Anonymous Frog.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch, December 11th, 1937 to December 13th, 1947. Calvin Finch, April 25th, 1950 to September 23rd, 1961. Sven Finch, June 17th, 1915 to August 26th, 1964. Edie Finch, April 8th, 1917 to December 5th, 2010. Is that actually 100 years? No, it's a little less. Walter Finch, August 26th, 1952 to March 31st, 2005. Barbara Finch, October 31st, 1944 to October 31st, 1960. She was pretty much 24 years old on the dot. That's coincidental.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Is that what that is?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory Finch, January 12th, 1976, December 19th, 1977. Sam Finch, April 25th, 1950 to July 16th, 1983. Gus Finch, January 20th, 1969 to November 8th, 1982. Milton Finch, May 19th, 1992.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Sanjay Kumar, September 6th, 1966, to February 22nd, 2002. Edith Finch, December 27th, 1988, November 21st, 2010.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I knew it. 22 weeks pregnant. I can probably guarantee it never would have happened.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Never would have likely happened if you had the child already. I knew that's what that was.
They were both pretty intense.
Another story.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Wonder if that's one of the pets. Okay.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Oh.
Give me a minute to check the map.
I'm looking for a buck.
Let's see. Maybe. Or was it? Could have been.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Aha, got it.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh my. Oh my god.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh my god.
Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Is that really how he went? That's that's highly interesting.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Planet control. Gregory. Divorce contract. Sam Fin- Really, dude? Lawsuit has been filed against you. Jeez.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
How do I hit the letters?
Over, Gregory.
No.
It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Yeah.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
What happened?
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Dear God. He literally drowned in the tub. And here I'm sitting here worried about the letters not. Here I am sitting here worrying the letters aren't gonna. I think I'll be able to knock them all in.
imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Gus. Dawn. No playing outside without permission, no answering door for strangers, no messes after dark, all chores before dark, respect others. Raise flag 7:30, breakfast 8, quiet time 11 p.m. Duties: Dawn, sweep and trash, Gus, mop and mow the yard, Greg, be a baby. I shouldn't laugh knowing the circumstance, still. Jump rope 100 times, jumping jacks 150, push-ups 100, crunches 100, run to mailbox and back. Whoa.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Okay.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
The kite.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I swear to God, if I fall now, I'm gonna be upset.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Our family history, fact or fiction? Edith. Molly, Barbara, Gus, Sven, Calvin, Odin, Gregory, Sam. Louis rules. Mrs. Finch.
But it didn't last.
That's an interesting photo. Oh. Scientific method. Observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion. Acrylic.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I can't tell if it's the same speed she's been going or if she's getting slower.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Dang. He has an actual date on there, though. I don't have a picture of Edie, Dawn, or Lewis yet. I mean, I can only assume I'm getting to them soon, but still. Also, you have to check the attic.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
No use backtracking this game.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Got a trophy for that. Moving all the peepholes and telescopes long enough. So that was probably... that's probably something that happens regardless. I mean, that's basically it. With most games, some trophies are going to be automatic. Other times, you got to do something specific. Like taking both the paths to the house. catching 2 rabbits with only 2 swoops, letting the drunk finish his song. I gotta find a way to play Calvin's story again. Switch controllers real quick. There we go. Okay, there. I've now renamed it because this is pretty much becoming a very small series now instead of just a chill stream. I can likely finish
Lewis's
it.
room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Ho 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 ho. Lewis had good TV. Colorful room. Good hit of the hookah. Oh, and a multi-screen gaming setup. Hell yeah.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
That's what's gonna end up happening. I'm gonna end up accidentally chopping myself.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
Hey now, where's that fish going? Wrong way.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him.
Oh no.
That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
What the hell?
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Holy crap.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh no. Wait a minute. What have I done? I did something, didn't I?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh, never mind. But yeah, it's just fish. That's him, isn't it?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
He's not doing anything anymore. He's just... Oh.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Molly.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
He played to the role so far. He went into the role so far. Guillotined himself on his very own conveyor belt.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
I think I'm gonna reach the next save point, and I'll leave the rest for tomorrow.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
I've made an immense amount of progress. I think now's the perfect time to set it off to the side and finish it tomorrow. I thought I knew where this was going at one point, with puzzles possibly, but no. It's widely story-driven. With an ultra-realistic and fascinating story. I don't know what I thought going into this, but I think I can say it most certainly wasn't this. To anyone watching, good night.